Hello everyone, my name is Wayne.
And I'm Rebecca.
And we are your Bourbon Journey. On the 30th, we went to the Kentucky Bourbon Festival's Distillers Dinner. Had a great time. Angel's Envy was there. Owen Martin had a fantastic time. And we ended up staying overnight because we did not want to drive back. And since we were kind of in the area, we decided to drive to Bardstown, I think like 45 minutes, something like that. And we had a plan to go to a couple different places. Well, one of them we had talked about was going to Lux Row. And we were hoping that the bottle that's in front of us was there. Well, lo and behold, we walked in and there it was. So we grabbed a couple of them. After we kind of pretended not to be too excited because there was a big crowd in there. And we grabbed a couple, and this is one that we've been looking forward to reviewing. And Rebecca, you want to give a little bit of the specs of it?
Yeah, I love talking about Blood Oath. It's a really fun one, so let's get into it. So Blood Oath Pact 11 is their 2025 release. It is a Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. The company is Lux Co. And the distillery is Lux Row Distillery. The mash bill is undisclosed, but we know it is blended. Here's how we know that. There's a blend of 14-year-old ryed bourbon, 10-year-old wheated bourbon, and 7-year-old ryed bourbon that was finished in Añejo Tequila barrels. So overall, they're giving the age statement of 7 years, going with the youngest, of course. If you know anything about Blood Oath, you know for sure what the proof is. It's 98.6, just like our blood temperature is supposed to be. The MSRP is $129.99, and it was released on April 26, 2025. We purchased it on May 1st for $159.99 at Lux Row in Bardstown, Kentucky. A couple of the notes from the press release are pretty interesting. Although Rempe didn't reveal which famous bourbons were used for the Pact 11 blend, it's no secret his appreciation for aged tequilas. He noted that Añejo Tequila has a delicious and rich note due to its aging in bourbon barrels. By utilizing the Añejo barrels for this year's Pact 11, we brought our bourbon full circle while picking up all the best attributes and flavors of the notes along the way. And we've tried a couple of things before that have been finished in tequila barrels, and we enjoyed them. I'm very excited about this. We had a teeny tiny taste at the distillery. I asked the bartender if it'd be possible to have a small taste. I would have gotten a full pour, but he said, "Are you trying to make up your mind if to buy it?" I said, "I'm trying to make up my mind if we're going to buy two," because we knew we would buy one at least to review for you. But if we liked it, we were going to buy two, so we'd have an extra one. And that's what we did. Yeah, so while this is listed as a 7-year-old, obviously it has 10 and 14-year-old in it as well. And I think it's kind of cool that it's because we know they have some great wheated mash bills as well as fried mash bills. So the fact that it's got both of them in here. And it's also interesting to think about the blend. It might not be as strong tequila forward as we had. The other one we had was from Jack Daniel's. It was a distillery only release, and it was very tequila forward. It had a lot of agave. But of the three things that were blended, only one of those items was actually finished in the Añejo barrels. So we'll find out soon enough. And I can't recall what John Rempe said about the tasting notes, but I do recall that they sounded like they'd be yummy. So we'll find out.
You know as much as I do. Maybe you know more. I don't know. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to use our own palates to determine whether or not we like it.
It's very golden.
Oh, yes.
Kind of honey-like.
Mm-hmm. I would agree.
Of course, darker than tequila. It would be kind of like a golden tequila. Mm-hmm. And I do prefer, if I'm going to drink a tequila, I like a gold one better than a silver. Oh, it is getting some really nice legs forming too. Looky there.
Oh, there they go.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
There you go. All right, let's check out the nose.
Well, it's very unusual.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm definitely getting some sweet tones because we know it's got the agave barrels. I mean, you kind of think it might be that, but I'm getting a little barrel note.
I'm getting a little bit of brown sugar, but the minute that I start to lock in on brown sugar, I'm getting the barrel and I'm getting the tequila.
Yeah, as I said, I think I'm getting barrel notes on the nose, and I don't typically get that unless it's a much older bourbon. There is a little spiciness coming through too.
That's a good call.
It's kind of an allspice because it's not really cinnamon.
Something else there. I'm the king of something else.
Well, and it could just be because of the, it's got beautiful legs. I just happen to look down. They're lovely. Some gorgeous legs. You get some really nice legs on yours too.
I can't really tell. I have so much light.
I looked back because I was thinking, I talked about it being kind of a golden honey, and it almost has a honey-esque nose to it. Some of the sweetness smells almost honey-like.
I'm still getting this. I'm still getting the bounce off of the barrel with this brown sugar. Nothing's dominating. It's a lot of layers.
And I'll just say, we are not huge tequila drinkers. We do appreciate a really nice aged tequila, especially one that's been aged in bourbon barrels. Is typically something we will gravitate a little bit more toward. We just don't drink a lot of tequila, so I can't say I'm picking up yada yada tequila notes or anything like that, because I don't feel my nose is trained enough in that to really do that well. But I think we need to taste it.
Yeah, it's not a sniffing channel.
To Blood Oath Pact 11.
Blood Oath Pact 11.
Cheers.
Cheers.
I'm going to use one of my favorite words about something I like. It's got lots of layers.
Well, I almost feel like I'm wearing a mariachi hat right now, because there's tequila in this. It's definitely there.
But I think it's bringing forward like the sweetness. That's not. But it's not. If you've watched us at all, you know that we don't like super sweet things, super sweet bourbons. We'll have them on occasion for a specialty drink, like after dinner or something like that. I wouldn't classify that in this way. It's got really nice sweet notes. It's like the Añejo has taken over for normal caramel notes you would get, and it's more like the agave notes.
I get cinnamon in it. I get cinnamon right about the middle of it. And there was another one we previously reviewed where I had the same kind of effect. And I'm getting cinnamon in the middle. It's a baking cinnamon.
Because it's kind of almost dusty. I don't know if that makes sense, but it's like you take it, if you ever get a little cinnamon on your finger in front of your tongue, it has like this dusty kind of feeling to it. And it's more of a feel that I'm getting on the mid palate on that. It's not spicy really. But there are some spice notes happening. I'm just not sure what they are yet. I'm still trying to focus on the palate a little bit, but I agree. I mean, it's like you got some agave happening, that kind of baking cinnamon.
And it's a baking. Usually I don't get that. To me, cinnamon, I almost feel like it's a cinnamon stick at times, or a cinnamon red hot. But in this case, this is like I can just picture going out the kitchen right now and pouring out some
Well, this cinnamon is kind of the one I normally get. I rarely get the candy one. So we're just going to keep tasting it because it's a fresh crack, a fresh pour for us. Never really had it. And it is so different from a mainstream bourbon. I am getting some zestiness now on that third sip here. It took 3 sips, but it's a little bit of an orange zest. That was not present. I think my palate needed to get warmed up and needed to get acclimated a little bit. It is a first taste of the day for us. Yeah, I'm getting that. That's what I was missing the first time through. I had something, but I couldn't picture what it was. And that third sip, I'm feeling like it's like orange zestiness. And now I feel like things are kind of lighting up for me. Maybe it took 3 sips was the choice there. I had to do that. I'm getting some kind of dark cocoa at the back too, at the back of my palate. It's like it goes across your palate and you have the sweetness of the agave. Mid palate's kind of baking cinnamon. In the back, it's like almost cocoa powder. It's very I feel like I should be in the kitchen whipping something up.
I really think this is one that is going to continue to evolve a lot, because it's evolved just in a short time here.
With each sip.
You're going to laugh because you're talking about zest, and the zest that I get is lime.
Like you put in a tequila, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's orange for me for sure. I'm going to take another sip and think about the finish. Although I've been enjoying the finish, it's long and lingering. I could say that without it, but I'm going to take a sip and see what I can feel and sense on the finish.
It's very tasty. For me, it's a tequila finish.
Well, I was thinking it's funny because the nose was sweet, the palate was almost savory with the baking powder kind of things, the baking cinnamon and the baking cocoa. I feel like it's sweeter on the finish. The sweet notes came back, so it kind of came full circle for me. So I'm getting some of those like sweet agave notes on the finish. The cinnamon has gone a little bit sweeter, like it's been put with sugar, like a cinnamon and sugar, almost like a churro kind of thing, right, happening there. And then there are some barrel nuts that are pretty nice. There's some oak notes coming through.
I wonder if it's the tequila barrel or if it's the original barrel that was in.
Well, let's keep in mind, as I said, this is a blend that has some 14-year-old bourbon in it, which is going to have some age, and a 10-year-old bourbon that's going to have some age. So those barrels are going to play pretty strongly, I would think, as well. So I'm probably getting some of that.
Because I'm getting so much tequila in this that it's the bourbon's played really well, but boy, the barrel for the tequila.
You must know tequila better than I do, because I feel it's a great balance of bourbon.
I really don't, but it's for whatever reason the few times I've had tequila, I'm kind of getting that note with it, and I'm getting the
sweetness of tequila for sure. But to me, it's like bourbon that has been. It's almost like when recently for the cocktail day, I made a Sazerac where you rinse your glass in absinthe, and then you do the rest of the cocktail. It's almost like you rinsed your glass in tequila and then poured bourbon in it. So it's not like you had tequila in the glass, but the tequila touched the glass. It's reminding me of a rinsed glass cocktail kind of a thing.
What do you think for yourself? Are you getting anything else on the back?
I was getting little hints of pepper, some pepper notes. And I'm really thinking it was kind of black pepper, kind of almost effervescent for me, and I haven't had that feeling for a while with anything, but it's kind of a pop-in pepper.
Effervescence that's a really good word, because there was a familiarity that reminded me of a Starlight bottle that we had that was champagne, and I really enjoyed that one because it did have that effervescence to it. And this is in that ballpark of it, and I'm enjoying it. I'll be honest, I'm not getting as much as she is out of it, but one thing I'm really getting right now is a lot of enjoyment, and my mind is telling me that, like the old Batman series, there's more to come. Stay tuned, and this is really good. And
I may want to, after we're finished here, just top our glass a little bit and have a little bit more and sit on it, because now that my palate's warmed up and I'm enjoying this a lot, and we do have a backup bottle, I think I am glad we got a backup bottle. I like this. I wouldn't reach for it every day. We haven't been collecting Blood Oath since the beginning of time. We have 5 and 6, which we got quite by accident. We had gone into Lux Row. We always stop in there when we're in Bardstown, and they just put out these funky, they didn't even have their cute little boxes or anything. They found them in a warehouse in St. Louis, because that's where they do a lot of their bottling. And they had them out there for sale, 5 and 6. So we got those, and we'd already had like 9, I think. And then we also got 10. So we have 5, 6, 9, 10, 11. But I think I've enjoyed every one of them we've had. They've been really good. We haven't been like hunting for them in the past. This one was really a timing thing. So we knew it was released at the distillery on the 26th, and here it was less than a week later. There was a possibility they might put some out in the morning, especially because it was Derby weekend and knowing that there'd be a lot of guests coming in because of the Derby. So we chanced it and drove over there, and sure enough, that worked out great. We also got a Penelope bottle that day.
We did.
It's a Penelope rosé cask. We've always enjoyed their rosé cask, but this is a single barrel made just for Lux Row. I can't wait till we taste that one too. That one's gonna be pretty fun.
That'll be good. And there's a couple more places that we will talk about that we went that day and picked up some things. And each one of the places we went to, we picked up something we are going to review.
And it was something that was on my list of let's stop in and maybe we'll see this. And I'll say we stopped at Maker's Mark, and we also stopped at Heaven Hill.
Mhm.
So I like this. I'm glad we got it. I look forward to sitting on it a bit this evening and seeing what else we think. And I think it's kind of luscious. It's kind of decadent in a way. I mean, it's not decadent in a way of being sweet, but just because it just brings so many nuances and layers to it.
Mhm.
And it's, like I said, 98.6 proof. I think it drinks a little warmer than that.
I think it does. It probably drinks a little over 100.
Yeah, 105, 110 is more what it feels like to me.
Maybe 101.728. You know, it's somewhere in that.
105, like a really bad fever, you gotta go to the hospital.
You know, so this, if you're in the area out there, you should pick up a bottle. If you know somebody that is a tequila drinker, this is actually, I think, something you buy for them because, I mean, most of your proof on tequila is in the 80 range, I guess.
Yeah.
And I mean, this is a little bit higher, but I think your friend, who likes tequila, would get a real kick out of this because there's enough of that essence of tequila in it to be very enjoyable.
Yeah, we happen to have a tequila drinking friend that we have worked with them to really enjoy bourbon as well. And they now maybe drink bourbon more than they drink tequila, but
Yep.
I can't wait to share it with him.
Yep. And Don Sherman, if you're watching that, you know who you are. And we will definitely be sharing this with you. You're a good friend. So I guess we're going to wrap up because I'm almost out.
I'm almost out too.
We're going to pour some more. Blood Oath 11. John Rempe, you sneaky little devil. You do a really good job out there. Thank you so much for watching. If you like what we do, please hit the subscribe button. Always remember to drink responsibly, and cheers.
Cheers.